Mr. Sports Travel coming at you. Arizona video. The first, the most recent, and Mr. Sports Travel's favorite memory of all the sports he's seen in the great state of Arizona. You can see where the theme is going here. Let's play some baseball. Where is Mr. Sports Travel? We'll get into that in a second, but first, I'm on the road for Operation First Response, and I'm celebrating my 50th birthday this year. So I want you to help Operation First Response by taking the $50 pledge, which is to donate $50 to OperationFirstResponse.org. And you can meet me, Mr. Sports Travel, in the flesh, or over video, or over the phone. I'll help you plan your next sports trip, where to go, where not to go, how to maximize that vacation time. Because I'm always on vacation. I've been everywhere, man. So please take the $50 challenge, pledge, donate $50. Do that. I'll meet you, give you advice over the phone or video, whatever your choice is. All I ask for is $50. Now, the great state of Arizona, as I celebrate each of the 50 states to mark my 50th birthday this year, 2022, I am in Yuma, Arizona. Where? Yuma, Arizona. Now, if you're a recent fan of spring training, you're like, dude, there's no spring training in Yuma, Arizona. And you would be correct. But the reason I chose this spot was when you think about how spring training has grown, and you can see I got the spring training shirt on. Look at me, I'm all decked out. This was the Padres, San Diego Padres, when they joined baseball as an expansion team in 1969. They trained here at the Ray Kroc Baseball Complex because Ray Kroc was the original owner of the San Diego Padres. And what you can see behind me, and behind the American flagmobile, is Desert Sun Stadium. That was the name of the stadium then, that's the name of the stadium now. But many things have changed. It's now a soccer stadium. You can't really see that, but it's a soccer stadium. But what you can see is the design of the stadium. The reason I chose this location is how far stadiums have come, ballparks have come. Spring training has come. Remember, spring training is 6 weeks. 6 weeks, 6 weeks. And the games are like 4 weeks. But because of the business of sports, right? This used to be what minor league baseball was like. This used to be what spring training was like. Just your aluminum bleachers, pretty basic, no-frill stuff. Now you go to a spring training park, man, you got suites, you got everything, right? It's like a little major league park, right, with smaller in size. So, first, last, and favorite Arizona memory, one of my first was coming here. I came to spring training, 1999. Now, the Padres had already gone to Peoria by then, but they would play one game in the late 90s, early 2000s here in Yuma during their spring training calendar. And it was either in 99 or 2000, I don't remember exactly, where I saw the Padres play here. And so that was one of my first, spring training was certainly my first Arizona memory. And one of them was coming here to Desert Sun Stadium in Yuma. And this has been here since the Padres were here in 1969. This signage, you can see the Yuma Water Tower in the distance there. And again, the signage of Desert Sun Stadium. Really, the stadium hasn't changed much. The last time I was here was for an independent league game. I want to say they were the Yuma Scorpions. The year is a little fuzzy. I want to say somewhere around the 2009, 2010s. That was the last time I was here in Yuma. Of course, Mr. Sports Travel, the last time I was in Arizona before today was to see the Diamondbacks, and that was in 2019. In fact, it was August 20th, 2019, and that was on my epic 675 consecutive day road trip. So my first spring training in 1999, now you might be asking, Mr. Sports Travel, you moved to California in June of 1996 when you were 24 years old. Why didn't you go to spring training in 1997 or 1998? Why did you wait till 1999? Because I didn't have any money! I was a little poorer than a church mouse for a little bit when I got to California. I was in my mid-20s trying to figure it all out. But by 1999, Mr. Sports Travel was doing spring training. And I was doing it and doing it and doing it because one of my first online guides, which you can buy at MrSportsTravel.com, is my ultimate spring training guide. In fact, to this day, it is my best-selling guide. I have one for the grapefruit, and I have one for the Cactus League. Best-selling guides. my spring training guides. Why? Because I've been to every spring training park. I finished seeing every spring training park in the year 2000. I still got the t-shirt. It's a little ratty, but I still got the t-shirt. All right, so the first Arizona memory, spring training, 99. Most recent memory, the Diamondbacks. Baseball, a key theme in this state. And when you think of Arizona, you think of baseball. And I'd say my favorite Arizona memory, that's a tough one because I've been here so many times. It's like a second home to me. I own real estate here, even though my primary home's in San Diego. And I've seen the Big Four here. All the colleges at the D1 level, baseball, basketball, football. I've seen the Coyotes here. I'd say my favorite Arizona memory, boy, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say probably it was the World Baseball Classic in 2006 at what was then, I believe, still called Bank One Ballpark. Might have been called Chase Field by then. And that was the first year of the World Baseball Classic. And if you're a baseball fan, if you've never been to the World Baseball Classic, go to the World Baseball Classic, especially to catch a game with one of the Latin American teams or one of the Asian teams. Because it's like going to see a game in Latin America or Asia without having to travel there. And the competition is intense. It's basically the Olympics, right? But the professionals will play. And it's usually held in spring training every 3 or 4 years. So the first one was in 2006. And I went to the first game that they had at the Bank One Ballpark, and it was fantastic. So that was my most favorite, I would say, Arizona memory. Mr. Sports Travel here in Arizona, having a great time. As you can see, I'm not blocking the entrance because a car is about to come by me. But please take the $50 pledge, donate to OperationFirstResponse.org. I would greatly appreciate it. And in exchange, you get to meet me, Mr. Sports Travel, live in the flesh, or over video, or over the phone. If you have any questions about planning your road trip, you want to learn more about how to support our veterans, please go to OperationFirstResponse.org. Aloha, goodbye from Yuma, Arizona. This has been Mr. Sports Travel's focus on his history of visiting the great state of Arizona and all its wonderful sports. Bye-bye.